So just a reminder that a fraction is basically the same as a division sum. So a fraction is the same as a division sum. So 4/5 is the same as saying 4 divided by 5. They mean the same thing. Now, there's a couple of ways of working these out without a calculator. The way we did it yesterday was we thought, well, actually 5, I can change 5 into 10 by timesing it by 2. So if I do the same, I can get 8/10. And I know it's going to be one decimal place because it's just 10. So you 1 0 there. So it's going to be 0.8. 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. You can actually do it as well using the good old-fashioned division method. So if I had 4 divided by 5, can I do it this way? Well, at first glance, you might think, well, no, I can't because I'm stuck already. Because how many times can I fit 5 into 4? 0. And now what do I do? Well, remember that 4.0 is the same as 4. It's the same thing. I can put as many zeros here as I like. You don't need to put them because they don't mean anything, but they can be quite useful, like in this example. So now I think, well, I can't do how many times does 5 go into 4? But what happens if I pretended that this was 40? As long as I remember to line my decimals up, this isn't a problem. So now I can think, well, okay, well, how many times does 4 go into 40? Sorry, 5 go into 40. How many times does 5 go into 40? Well, it goes in 8 times. And as long as I've put my decimals in, look, I've ended up with the same number. Let's give it a go for another question then. It's an extra step, but it's only short division. So let's say I had, let me think of another nice example. 3/8, let's go. 3/8. Now this is a good example because 8 doesn't easily go into 10 or 100 or 1,000. So I can think about it like this. 3 divided by 8, and remember I can use as many zeros as I need. So I'm going to say, well, I can't fit any 8s into 3. How many 8s can I fit into 30? Well, I've got 8, 16, 24. That's as much as I can go. 24, which is 3. And then I've got 6 remainders, so I can put a 6 there and a 0 there. And then I can keep on going. I can go, well, how many times does 8 go into 60? Well, 8 goes into 60 7 times, because that gets me to 56. And then I'm left with 4 left over. Remember, I can add as many of these zeros as I like because 3.000 is the same as 3. So every time I have a remainder, I just stick another 0 in. Now, how many times does it go into 40? Okay, I can do that one. That one's 5, and I've got no remainders. I've almost forgot to add my decimal in here. Okay. So if you have a calculator now and you wanted to check this, and you did 3 divided by 8, hopefully you should get 0.375. Having a look at the ones in the book, they shouldn't go much further than 3 zeros. Some of them should be much easier than this. But remember, every time you have a remainder, just add an extra 0, because 3.000 is the same as 3, because these don't mean anything, but they're useful to add in if we're doing division like this, and it ends up quite nice. What I would do is I would re-watch this video a couple of times if you're a bit confused. But let me just walk you through one more time what I did. I wanted to find out what 3/8 was as a decimal. 8, I can't use the method we were doing yesterday because 8 doesn't easily go into 10, 100, 1,000. So I'm doing short division. I started off with 8 divided by 3, and I ended up with 0, but I needed something else to carry on with this. So I put my 0 there and pretended that that was 30. Remember, as long as I've got a decimal, that's fine. And 3.0 is the same as 3, so it's not cheating. And then how many times did 8 go into 3.0 or 30? Well, I went in 3 with 6 remainders. Now, because I had some remainders, I needed to put another 0 in. 8 into 60 went 7 times with 4 remainders. So 8 into 40 went exactly 5 times. If it had another remainder, I would just need to put another 0 here. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'll be online. I know this is getting quite tough, but as with all of these questions, it just takes practice. I will put some practice questions in, actually, just to give you an opportunity to go over some over and over and over again.